Yeah, I think the opposite side of it is that, you know, we were talking about this over dinner last night, about how the other thing that it's being used for is just like, I'm here doing this, what are you doing? I'm here doing this, what are you doing? I'm here doing this. And just like a constant barrage of communication. And, you know, do you need to know what 65 of your friends are doing all the time?
No.
And is it poisoning your brain? And is it actually preventing you from
actually socializing on?
Well, and not even actually socializing, as we were talking about. We were talking about this in terms of like how teenagers are living right now, or kids. And we grew up, we who were having dinner last night, you know, we're all basically, you know, whatever, 30 or hovering thereabouts. And, you know, since we weren't constantly connected with other kids when we were kids, you spent time with yourself.
Yeah. You learned how to amuse yourself.
Right, you entertained yourself,
Yeah.
you used your imagination, you made shit up, you did weird shit. And I'm sure kids are doing weird shit with Twitter and with the internet. Like, it's obvious, you can see it, but it's not quite the same as going out into the woods and like creating a world that you can't tell anyone about.
Yeah.
Immediately and be like, I just built a fort. You know, it's just like.
And it sort of helps you to be one with yourself, I guess, more, and you don't have to depend on sort of other people in a way. I don't know, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I think it's just really going to change the whole way that consciousness sort of evolves, because, you know, there's a different kind of boredom that's going to have to set in. And, you know, I've noticed that about myself. I feel really lucky that I grew up without the internet and without email and without a cell phone, and had the kind of the luxury of sitting around and being like, I'm sitting in a train and there's just nothing I can do.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm waiting for the bus and I'm thinking.
That's for me.
And that,
my growing up experience special to me. So.
Yeah, well, and now the minute I'm sitting doing nothing, I sort of start connecting with people because it's so tempting. And you never have to be bored, but I think being bored is actually really important because you're not actually bored, you're processing.
Yeah. I mean, how does it affect creativity from an artist's point of view?
It's terrible. It's really terrible.
When you should be thinking about writing or something, you're thinking you get distracted, or?
Well, I mean, the temptation to distract yourself constantly as a human being is, we don't know
Internet's
that.
a massive
Oh yeah, I mean, it's endless entertainment and endless distraction. And, you know, the fact that my computer houses my songs and my lyrics, and I write off of my computer. And if I'm online, I can be like, oh, let's see, what should I do? I'll just check my email. Maybe I'll work on the song, or maybe I'll check my email, maybe I'll search for that. I want to put something about this in my song, so I'm going to go to Google and see what it is, but oh look, there's an interesting YouTube link, maybe I'll just watch that instead. You just get sucked in. And it's, you know, it's not all bad. It's really interesting using Wikipedia and using Google. I use it as a songwriting tool. You know, I remember when I was writing Guitar Hero for the new record, while I was writing, part of my lyric writing process was I was like Googling video games and war, and I was Googling, you know,
the links you can get from it. Like,
oh my god, it was endlessly inspiring.
Yeah, have you heard of, Stumble Upon? It's like an application, probably another evil thing, but you can get it on your computer and you just press a button and stumble through any site, so it just comes up with random pages.
Yeah.
Addictive. You can just sit for 3 hours.
Oh no, I'm sure the random Google is like, everyone's done it. Like you just Google like flamingo death pancake, and something happens.
Yeah.
And whatever it is, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I was just going to say before with Wikipedia, your Wikipedia page got updated a week or so ago with a new album title.
It was a joke.
I'm wondering if it happened again yesterday when you posted your album title on Twitter.
I don't know. I think after a while people are going to realize it's trend. And then I come up with new album titles every day. And I don't have an album. I just have album titles.
Just ideas.
But you know what, that's what I love about Twitter. Usually those just float into the abyss. It's not something I would ever put on my blog. But I get a good album title at least once a day.
Yeah.
Well, now I have something to do with it. It's a committed relationship. I feel the same way about the blog. I feel like it's like a friendship in that it has to be fed, and I have to read the comments, and it has to be an ongoing conversation. And I would feel, if I just stopped blogging for a month, I would feel as shady and as guilty as if I didn't call one of my friends for a month and just sort of left them hanging. And I sort of feel the same way about Twittering now. It's like I've turned on the switch and I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
Or or if I turned it off, I would announce. I would say like, hey, I'm going away for a week. I'm not gonna be around.
Yeah, do you ever have weeks
don't
like
worry.
that where you just sort of don't internet at all?
Yeah, I do when I go on retreat.
Yeah,
Because I go on yoga retreats and I just I literally shut the shit off and don't even check in.
Yeah, I think you could definitely do that for a while.
Yeah, you have to recharge.
Yeah.
There's a great Twitter up by this guy Francis, who's in a band called Francis and the Lights from New York, and his whole Twitter is just his ongoing bank balance. And like, so every time he buys something, takes out money, pays a bill, or puts in money, he Twitters it, and then he Twitters his balance.
So you can remember it, or just...
No, just because it's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, I like it. So you can think of so many things. That's where the creativity comes into it. With kids and stuff, you can do interesting things like that with Twitter.
No, absolutely. I find that really interesting, though. I mean, it's cool. I wouldn't want to be on his Twitter because I wouldn't want to get the constant update, but it's cool to go over there and look.
Yeah.
And be like, because actually watching what he buys.
The beans were $4.
Yeah, like everything. He puts everything in there. Like it's this constant.
Wow. So you can sort of see parts of his life through that, I guess.
You can totally experience like this is the life of a musician. This is what he's buying. This is what he's doing. This is how fucking poor he is. This is like da 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 da. So we were having this day from hell yesterday. We had 3 flights to get from Wellington to Christchurch to Melbourne to Hobart. And we had already fucking hit the wall and we were so tired and I was just delirious and my brain couldn't even focus like on reading a book. We were just sort of sitting there like the drool coming out of my mouth, just like and I found it really comforting actually to Twitter and know that somehow my complaints and my sadness and my depressing day was going out into the universe, even though I wasn't getting any sympathy because I couldn't read the replies and I knew that I would maybe read the replies today. But it just felt somehow nice to share the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. But then again, it can get really fucking self-indulgent.
Yeah. Like, I should tell them this. Yeah.
Well, I tried to make the story have a happy ending. Although it sort of had a happy ending and then a fucked up ending and then a happy ending again. I landed, we got to Diana's house. It was fucking beautiful. Like, there was like this incredible house, these beautiful people. They sat us down, they gave us drinks, there were flowers, there was a bed. It was just like, lap of luxury. There was a bath bomb. It was
you
just
tweeted
like,
that, I think, yeah.
And I was like, happy ending right here. And then, of course, I got up in the middle of the night and simultaneously puked and caught my period. Yeah. That was sad.
Good times.
I twittered that in the morning, but then I ate yogurt and I had a shower and things were good again.
Slowly up and down. Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Following the personal, disgusting trials and triumphs.
At least you can share the love as well.
Yeah.
That's the way.
And then I was going to write a song that has me.
Yes.
But it's a one-line song.
Oh, we need it.
It's a really short song.
Yeah.
They don't play the song on the radio. They don't show the tits on the video. They don't know that we are the media. They don't know that we stop the mania. Your eyes don't want to see what I'm making you. Your ass is off your seat and I'm shaking you. Walking down the street, I'm the lady, showing off my map of Tasmania. Soft and sweet and shaped like a triangle. Some girls want no shape and they shape it all. I think that is how hopes the stuff full walking man and look like an 8-year-old. I say grow that shit like a jungle. You feel something strong to hold on to. Let it fly in the open wind. If you get too pushy, you can trim. They don't play the song on the radio. They don't show the tits in the video. They don't know that we are the media. They don't know that we stop the mania. Your eyes don't want to see, but I'm making you. Ass is up its seat and I'm shaking you. Walking down the street, I'm the lady, showing off my map of Tasmania. It's my secret dream that MIA will hear the song and remix it.